Are you mentally refreshed?
It is the duty of every protector and subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry. Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of your prescribed curative regime.
Better take a gander.
Think only prescribed.
Aggressors in range.
Sustain the system!
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnetarium here on Prater is unique.
Always watchful.
It is personally
hey.
overseen by head protector Gould, the top cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental refreshment. That's more refreshing than ever.
The console provides, the system abides.
Efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward.
Help you with something?
Refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Gonna make
Just give the signal.
Only the protector the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process.
Evidence dictates we cherish all.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnetarium here on Prater is uniquely special.
It is personally head refresher Gould, the top advisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Is a fellow subject lacking the... Feeling distracted?
Come in, come right in, and be refreshed.
Doctors are there to help you. Don't risk falling prey to imperfect thoughts.
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation.
Are you ready to realign with the paradigm? To shed all manner of imperfect thoughts?
All it takes is some light instruction, a restorative cocktail,
And a quick dip into the lathe of particularity to abrade your imperfections.
I'm Head Refresher Gould, and I guarantee when you exit our doors, you'll be a
Productive member of our perfect society again. Soon you'll say,
goodbye, imperfect thoughts. Hello, contentment.
Just like being back on smoke extraction detail at the shipyards.
Greetings, subject. Or should I say, refreshed to be.
Happy and contented, and others are not.
Welcome to the Wellnatarium. You're not on my schedule. A walk-in then. Wonderful. Once you're properly evaluated, we'll have you well on your way to refreshment.
Right. That's why we're here. Got some thoughts we need rinsed. Washed. Deloused?
Oh, you appear to have questions. A telltale sign of needing refreshment.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters
Why, of course. Naturally. It is the duty of every subject to submit for a quick mental tune-up whenever we experience imperfect thoughts or lack a little zeal.
For making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Head Refresher Gould says mental refreshment increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry. I've undergone the procedure myself, several times they say, and look at me now, never more content. Placid Waters Wellnatarium is the primary mental refreshment facility on Praetor. We are tasked with ensuring local subjects are serene, untroubled, and operating at peak efficacy. Simply step over to my automechanical colleague to my left, / your right, and it will begin your assessment.
Greeting, subject unscheduled. Welcome to Placid Waters Wellnatarium. Evaluation commencing. Subjects are required to respond 100% accurately to all queries. Bespoke prescribed regimens may produce untoward ramifications if baseline data is greater than minutely erroneous. Query 1. Concisely characterize your personal perspective.
happy and contented, and others are not.
Incorrect. The accepted answer is, I fulfill my duty to the Sovereign as a loyal protectorate subject by operating at peak efficacy, without error, perpetually, each a vital cog. Query 2. Rate your present level of zealous efficaciousness on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the highest, 3 being a traitor, 1 being dead. Incorrect. Wait, processing. That was correct. No subject has ever answered that query accurately before to date. The degree of zealous efficaciousness expected of a dutiful and true subject of the Protectorate is beyond measure. Query 3. Do you ever fall prey to imperfect thoughts, including, but not limited to, doubt, disbelief, uncertainty, curiosity, recalcitrance, and mischief? Unacceptable. Obsequious denial detected. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry. Final query. How would your neighbors describe you? Processing determination. An acceptable response. The appropriate reply was, they never questioned, never doubted. Their zeal never lagged. Formulating conclusion. Phrenometric matrix delineated. Subject evaluation score total 150 out of 200. The acceptable amount for a true and dutiful protectorate subject is 0. In conclusion, you are in dire need of mental refreshment. Now, proceed to the nearby pneumatic tube to collect your complimentary unitard and lift pass. Next, proceed one floor down, where you will be directed further. Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnatarium here on Prater is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive devisor responsible
Notions are a gateway refresh. It's the
refreshing than
best.
ever.
I can just, and whoever would have guessed.
Our enemies envy our
Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
They sneer at our contentment.
I could tell you were in need of mental refreshment. I possess a particularly keen eye for such things.
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important. Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Consul.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process.
Irregularities have all been abraded.
All happy and contented, and others are not.
Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnatarium here on Prater is uniquely
Wonder what it
special.
says about us that we got mistaken for
Personally overseen
patients.
by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive devisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assignment? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
Protector is subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency.
Oh, you're new.
At all times.
Must be. You still retain that look of inquiry and deliberation. I'm Waylon.
The mental refreshment process increases.
No, I'm newly full of zeal. That is, I hope the process took this time. They say my phrenometric peaks are resistant to abradement, but still, they try. Wait, I just blinked several times, didn't I? What did that signify? I couldn't leave. Not yet. Haven't completed my regimen. My phrenometric peaks are still jutting all over the place, they say.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process.
Are you in disguise? I don't recognize so-and-so as a title. This feels a bit curious to me. But I feel compelled not to question it too much. Maybe the treatment is working. I'd go with you, I guess. But I need something first. They took all my things when I arrived. Stored them in storage. My commemorative pitch balls in there. From my favorite team, the Paradigm Abiders. Can't leave without it.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia,
you know, the Paradigm Abiders? Best pitchball team in the league? I heard ignorant outsiders call pitchball toss ball. Anyhow, my daughter got me the ball to commemorate a big game. I had to turn in my personal items when I was admitted. On account I tried to leave once or twice before. Saw them put it in a closet behind reception upstairs. Suppose so. Maybe almost, at least. One way out's the safest. Someone dug a tunnel in the kitchen pantry, though there are 2 automechs assigned there now to keep subjects from wandering in and ambling off. Oh, well, mech controls are typically handled via a terminal. There's probably one upstairs, but we're not allowed up there. Maybe you can find a way, though. I'll be dithering about here in the meanwhile.
So important.
The mental refreshment process increases. Stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations,
Medicament
and
dispenser.
refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
A perfect society demands perfect thoughts.
Greetings, new person. Hello. My name is Abigail, and I am realigned with the paradigm.
Sustain the system.
It is the duty of all Protectorate subjects to regularly converse with our neighbors, so we may determine if their zeal has wavered. I am newly full of zeal, free of imperfect thoughts. My mind is a thing of symmetry. My phrenometric peaks are all abraded. Pondering begets disharmony. To deliberate is to court ruin. Notions are a gateway to mayhem, bedlam, turmoil, and vexation. Thinking never made anybody happy.
Unthink tomorrow. Unthink forever.
I once possessed a failing of character where I would voice simple statements in a way that sounded like a question? Drat! There. Did it again. Anyhow, I was reported for it?
Placid Waters Wellnatarium, here on Prater.
Right as rain, neighbor. Never more content.
Overseen by Head Refresher Gould.
I only experience approved emotions. Doubt and worry are notably unsanctioned. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts, after all. Head Refresher Gould says his recorded lectures are key to thinking approved thoughts. He tells us what to think and what thoughts are unsanctioned. It's also very helpful. That, a restorative cocktail of pharmaceuticals, and a quick dip into the lathe of particularity device can abrade all imperfections. Only internally, I'm afraid. You should speak to Refreshment Facilitator Tilden in the lecture hall. Why, it's right outside Head Refresher Gould's office. He'll schedule you an appointment. Just follow the signs to the lecture hall. Refreshment is inevitable. You can't fight contentment.
Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of your prescribed curative regime. Think only prescribed thoughts.
Medicament dispensement has concluded for today. Please proceed to the lecture hall to request an exception.
Right as rain.
The Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how
Presently
behind the
off
mental
limits
refreshment
due to
process.
anomalous structural tampering.
All happy and contented, and others are not.
Of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and
The
contented.
kitchen pantry
and
is
others are
presently
not.
off limits due to anomalous structural tampering.
Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
Settle down, everyone. Lecture's playing. Prepare to be edified.
For today's topic, we'll touch on why our program is so very important. Ignorant, misguided outsiders may wonder, why does the Protectorate need mental refreshment? Doesn't it inhibit personal freedom? Yet this freedom they celebrate is a yawning chaos, and their choice is an invitation to failure, loss, and anarchy. It is a sad...
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, how mentally refreshed are you feeling today?
We of the Protectorate are not, because we do not allow ourselves to be. The paradigm charts our course, gives us
Thoughts, zeal noted. With hope, our highly trained refreshment facilitators will share your promising self-diagnosis. Medicament dispensement has concluded for the day. Response. Medicaments are stored in medicament storage, the office in which this unit presently operates. Yet, it is strictly off-limits to all non-refreshment facilitator personnel. Farewell statement. May refreshment soon render you free from doubt. A vital cog once more.
The console provides, the system abides.
Oh, I just had a thought I'm really not supposed to.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all...
I'm realigned with the paradigm.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnatarium here on Prater is uniquely...
Responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever. Remember, collective cognitive compliance is a key part of our perfect society. When we comply together, we thrive together. It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitatement, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Right shifty-looking individual, if you ask me.
The paradigm ordains, the system sustains, the subject never comes.
Goodbye,
imperfect thoughts.
Sustain the
Hello,
system.
contentment.
Never more content. Never more content.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Yeah. Oh, a new face. Well, I'd welcome you to the Wellnatarium, but the designated subject reader ought to have attended to that by now. I was once a victim of imperfect thoughts. Oh, I had so many questions. But my questioning days are long gone. Admitting you question is the first step in your recovery. But worry not. Soon enough, with our help and a little work, you'll never question again. I see you found the lecture as edifying as all the others here. Good, good. Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of the prescribed curative regimen. Head Refresher Gould provides us with daily lectures in audio cartridge form to steer group thinking. As they say, to think together is to together thrive. Upstairs in the audiovisual aids office, of course, though that area is off limits to all subjects not a part of facility staff or security. How very interesting. Here, take my pass then. It grants access to all mid-privilege priority areas. You've missed the daily medicament dispensement, if that's what you mean. But you should take that up with the medicament dispensement automech directly. The medicament dispensement automech auto-mechanically dispenses medicaments. 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 You must mean the lathe of particularity. One assumes you haven't had a session with Head Refresher Gould yet. You'll soon learn all about it firsthand. You'll feel ever so much better once your phrenometric peaks have been abraded.
Like stealing compost from a breadworm. Almost feel a little bad about it.
It's just like Zeb said. Mental refreshment really takes the meddling right out of folks. Makes them docile.
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires...
Increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies undue
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Consul.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we're all happy and others are not.
Prudence dictates we
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnetarium here on Praetor is
personally overseen by Head Refresher, the top cognitive deviser responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it.
Stymies untoward inclinations and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
The console.
We're refreshed. So refreshed. Mentally.
Your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
Know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are...
Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found...
You find my pitch ball?
Placid waters wellnitarium.
May you realign with the paradigm.
Uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top cognitive deviser responsible for making the mental refreshment process more...
This unit is currently unavailable for meaningless interaction.
Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of our perfect society. When we comply together, we thrive together.
Feeling a little dizzy, Commander. If we ain't careful, we might find ourselves on the roster as new patients. Like to get out of here before that happens.
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue effort, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Preserve set progress. Sustain the system.
Consider finding a human companion.
Advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Enemy about. Let me know when you need it.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just like you.
Responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
On your toe.
Hey, what's that sound? Why does the wall look so soft all of them?
All it took was some light instruction and a restorative cocktail to abrade my imperfections.
gained privileged access somehow. Our superiors must have arranged it.
Oh, do I detect a whiff of reprioritin gas? You know, I suddenly feel a mite more pliable somehow. Surely nothing to question. I thought no one was due for peak abradement for hours. I should have your chart. Wait. Wait. Ha! You're not a protectorate subject at all. You have the telltale look of wonder and introspection.
And so the scientist becomes the lab sprat. Fitting, ain't it?
Well, this is normally where you'd say something. Listen to this one. You're a hoot. Oh dear, I seem to be a little unstable at the moment. But never fear, I have intellect to spare. Don't believe me? I can prove it. Even in a state such as this, I am more than able to apply my argumentative skills against the inferior minds and bankrupt philosophies of our rivals. To what end are you here? Tell me truly, speak plainly. You know, I'm beginning to have an inkling about your purpose here, and whose employ you're under. A proposal. Adequately debate me on the merits and failings of each group's ideology, and I'll provide you what you're here for. Yes, well, you'll see. Even in a nominally reduced state, I am more than up to the task. So, what of the Order, our former allies, those cursed overthinkers, doomed to lives free of luxury, toiling away in ceaseless cogitation? What say you of them? My position is a burden, gladly taken to ease the suffering of our subjects. I think so they don't have to ensure the paradigm runs ably. Their order is chaos to us. Though your point, while gratingly expressed, is noted, albeit grudgingly. What say you about Auntie's choice, then? Tell me, is there any value in the vapid emptiness of those corporate consumerists? That actually sounds to have some slight merit when you put it that way. I mean, such a system would leave behind the general public, though. All our friends and neighbors. Your point is not completely without worth, I suppose. Only mostly. In the Protectorate, we have the best of everything. Food, technology, a sense of belonging, freedom from doubt, worry, hard work. No, the others simply cannot compare. People are unproductively prone to unhappiness. We remove this self-sabotaging flaw so they can fully appreciate the ample bounty we provide, free of doubt and worry. Oh, that does sound rather engaging. Regular discourse with near intellectual equals, likely less of them singing. Though, of course, it does depend what we'd be debating. Well, you've raised some interesting points, I suppose. Any other clever assertions you'd like to put forward before I fully evaluate your performance here? How very nice of you to say. You're not half bad yourself, for a non-protectorate not me. Huh. Taken as a whole, that was the most engaging conversation I've had in, well, couldn't even say. Yes, it's true. I am thoroughly disturbed by how much you made me question many long-held beliefs. But frankly, that was quite invigorating. Now, what next? Oh dear, I don't understand how the machine works, only how to use it. The technical specifications for the lathe of particularity are in my office in the next room, hidden in a cache behind a frame on the wall. Pick up the cap to open it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I do have a schedule to maintain. So many minds to refresh, so little time. What an edifying confabulation.
Others are not.
Unthink tomorrow. Unthink forever.
Wait. I was led to believe my case required minimal treatment. But that last session, that was far more intensive.
Strong observation, Your Sublime Radiance. We set the lathe to the maximal abradement setting, per instructions.
Maximal? Who authorized you to use that setting? I demand the name of my betrayer!
Subject is exhibiting increased agitation upon exiting the lathe, consistent with extreme cases. Further abradement recommended.
Who are you speaking to? Are you recording this? Enough of this farce! Release me at once!
Remember, collective cognitive compliance is a key part of our perfect society. When we comply together, we thrive together.
uncut.
Stifles undue agitation, stymies and refashions the life.
Got eyes on some no good.
Huh?
Progress. Sustain the system. The Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.